Hello, welcome to the NBA Conference Final reaction video. I just posted the NHL one. As you can see, I did the NHL one with Google. I don't know if you know what I mean by that. I used Google to do it, if that makes any sense. I don't know what I'm trying to say here. I used a different format for the NHL Conference Finals, but for some reason the NBA Conference Finals, it says the series isn't even over for the Pacers Knicks, which is not true. The Pacers are in the NBA Finals, which I thought was kind of funny how Google, the third biggest company on this planet, doesn't even have the full outline of the NBA Finals yet. It still hasn't posted it. So I just went to the NBA app. It'll be a little more difficult because I can't I might be able to. Yeah, I can actually. This is perfect. Holy moly! I should have been using this the whole time. This really is good. That actually is pretty good. However, of course, I can go to any of those, and then I would just go back to playoff bracket. Yeah, actually, that's not bad. Okay, so little announcement before I start. As you can see, I'm wearing a North Carolina Tar Heels playoff. Well, not a playoff. I can't talk. I'm wearing a North Carolina Tar Heels baseball jersey. And I'm not just going to be doing the Tar Heels, but when the College World Series starts, not the main one, but when the actual bracket starts and it's not just the regionals, because of course the regionals are still tournament baseball, but there's so many games, and I just am not going to do all those games. I'm not gonna make it like an hour long video like the NA and like the. I really am struggling today. Like the NFL schedule prediction, it's not gonna be a long video like that. It's just when the sixth. I think it's. Gosh. When the 16-team bracket for the college baseball comes out in like a week, when all the teams have clinched that 16-team bracket, that's when I'm going to make my predictions on who wins, blah, blah, blah. I am going to make the full predictions, and I'm going to kind of do the same thing that I did for the for this the NHL and NBA playoffs. I'm going to predict it, then I'll react after each round. Mainly, I'm only doing this because, truthfully, college baseball is like the only baseball I can watch. I've watched almost every single college baseball tournament regional game so far. I have watched all 9 innings of all the Carolina Tar Heels ones. However, so that's my announcement. I will be reacting to that. Actually, I don't know if I will predict each one just because I think it's still that round robin type thing, and that's kind of hard to just predict. However, I will be reacting to it for sure. So, without further ado, let's get into the NBA and stop talking about college baseball. First off, let's start on the Pacers Knicks side. Here's the thing. Actually, no, let's start in the Western Conference because I've done that all series. I start from the left, then go to the right. Thunder Timberwolves. The Thunder whooped the Timberwolves. And the real reason why is for this reason right here. Let me show you guys. The real reason that the Timberwolves got whooped. Oklahoma City Thunder roster. Look at. Okay, well, that's kind of weird. It'll work. Not only do they have, it shows the coaching staff too, might as well say it. Not only do they have a excellent coach, Mark Daigneault. I don't really know exactly how to pronounce his name, but I do know he is an excellent coach. Not only do they have him, they beat the Timberwolves because of their depth. And I mean, that is the reason. Like, every one of these players, like, he is great. He is, when he's out there, he's truthfully pretty great. When he's out there, he's 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 pretty great. When he's every one of them, I could go on. I could talk about each and every player, but I'm not going to do that because truthfully, just scrolling through it, you guys can look at it. And if you've ever watched a Thunder game, they have got so much depth. It's unbelievable, really. It's just they have got so much depth on their team that it's unbelievable. Then, when we go and search up well, this would be easier. Then when we go and search up the Timberwolves bracket at roster, holy moly. I clicked a different one, but it's going to work still. This actually is better than the other one, in my opinion. Look at this. They have got good guys on their starting lineup. Their starting lineup is immaculate. But truthfully, if they want to win an NBA Finals, they have got to get as much depth as the Oklahoma City Thunder has. The Thunder have so much depth. Truthfully, I didn't realize it until I started watching them play this playoffs. But when I started watching them play this playoffs, I realized they have so much depth. I don't know why I didn't pick them to win the NBA Finals in the first place. Because they have got that much depth. And if you want me to be honest with you here, the exact same reason that the Knicks lost is the exact same reason that the Timberwolves lost. The Pacers have their starting lineup. The Thunder have their starting lineup. The Timberwolves and the Knicks have their starting lineups. But the difference is that the Pacers and the Thunder both have incredible, outstanding bench players. Outstanding. It's unbelievable how good their bench players were this playoffs. And truthfully, not being funny, but when the starting... how do I say this? If the starting five... It wasn't just the starting five out there this season. I don't know how really to explain what I'm trying to say right now, but it wasn't. It truthfully wasn't just the starting five. It was almost everyone on that team that competed for the Thunder and the Pacers. However, the Timberwolves and the Knicks didn't really have everyone on their team competing. They just had the starting five competing, then the bench players didn't play the worst. They kept them decently in the game most of the games as we look here. They were decently in the game here, and same here. Oh, my bad. Didn't mean to do that. Sorry. They were decently in the game here. On all those 6 games, but then same thing here. They were kind of just decently in the game, but they couldn't get fully into the game to the point where they actually won the game. The only game where their bench players played, they beat them by 42, which, in my opinion, is just proof they played good that game. I muted my mic for a second. I had to sneeze. I didn't want it to be really loud. And, it really is. It was just their bench players played. In fact, this is perfect. Let's, go here. This game, even when they got whooped 42 points, one of their worst players still only missed. Which, he still plays a ton. He isn't one of their worst players, I wouldn't say. However, still, one of their bench players, even getting beaten by 42 points, still only missed 5 shots. And truthfully, I would say this game, it's because they missed so many shots. Look at that category. Pay attention to that for a second. Then look at this. It's way smaller. Of course, I mean, they only scored 101 points. If you lose, then that's probably what you would expect to see. But, I mean, what I'm getting at is that, like, if you go here, let's go here. This is a pretty even game. It's a different story for the Thunder. They missed that much, but they made around the same. Timberwolves made that much and missed that much. It's around the same. However, when we go to a game where the Timberwolves kind of got whooped, the Timberwolves made that much, but missed that much. And notice who's making these shots, too. Like, I mean, a lot of these players... Look at this. That's actually kind of... Man, this ESPN app has all the stats. I need to use this from now on. Look, it shows the win probability from the start to finish. They had around a 70% chance at the start of the game to win. Then it like trailed up, then it trailed back down a little, trailed up. Then when Minnesota tried to trail back a little, it went way up. Oh no, it's going towards the Thunder. I see it now. It's one of them like two-way graphs. Okay, so when it goes up, half of this video is about to be me just messing with a graph. And then of course they won the game right there. Huh. Yeah, I'm using this from now on. That actually is really cool. But, I mean, of course, it's just... And look at that, too. I mean, turnovers-wise, they turn the ball over a lot. And you can't have that. You cannot turn the ball over in a Western Conference Finals matchup. You turning the ball over loses the game for you. And that's just truthfully. So, not a long video. I mean... There's not much to talk about because of the fact that both series were pretty similar. I mean, the Pacers won because they have so much depth, and the Thunder won because they have so much depth. Now I get to predict it with my notes app, like I did the... Hold on. Now I get to predict it with the notes app like I did with the Stanley Cup predictions. So Stanley Cup predictions are right there. Let's go NBA Finals predictions. Once again, I'm just doing this so I can talk about my predictions next game. Game 1, Game 2, Game 3, Game 4. Hold up, I messed up. I can not type. Game 4, Game 5. Game 6. I still can't figure out how to type. And Game 7. Okay, so, of course, I don't know if y'all saw this, but if you haven't and you're just new, then for the NHL Stanley Cup predictions, I had Oilers in 7. However, that is off topic. This is the NBA Finals predictions now. So, NBA Finals predictions. Here we go. Oklahoma City against the Indiana Pacers. Game 1. Actually, can I see the schedule for this? Yeah, you can. Okay, so Game 1. Is Game 1 Pacers at home or Thunder at home? Hold on. Why is it not specific? Home, okay. I see now. Okay, so let's just do that. Okay, so Game 1, if the Thunder are at home, then who's ever on the bottom is home. Oh, right. So, Game 1, Thunder at home. I got the Pacers falling off just a little here. So, I got the Thunder winning Game 1. Then I got Game 2, I got the Pacers. Game 3, first Indiana game, I got the Pacers. Game 4... crazy enough, I got the... You know what? I got the Pacers. So, game 1, I have the Thunder. Game 2, I have the Pacers. Game 3, I have the Pacers. And game 4, I have the Pacers. So, going back home to the Thunder. And truthfully, I'm only doing this right here saying the Pacers are going to win. And yeah, I'm going to go ahead and put it out on a limb. I think the Pacers are going to win the NBA Finals, even with Oklahoma City's depth. Because, I mean, I said it in the round 2 conference semifinals reaction video. I said it there. I said it there that the Pacers were going to win the Eastern Conference Finals, then win the NBA Finals. And it's not because the Thunder can't beat them. It's just because Tyrese Halliburton really wants it so bad. So, I got the Pacers losing Game 5 on the road. So then now it is a Thunder Game 1, Game 2 Pacers, Game 3 Pacers, and Game 4 Pacers. So now the Pacers lead 3-2 because Game 5 is Thunder. So now it's 3-2. Then Game 6 is when the Pacers come out on top and win the NBA Finals. Tyrese Halliburton gets himself a ring, and the Pacers come out on top. Pacers in 6. Pacers in 6. So, let me just go and show you, like I did the NHL Finals. Game 1, I have... Let me kind of get it to focus. Game 1, I have the Thunder. Game 2, I have the Pacers. Game 3, I have the Pacers. Game 4, I have the Pacers. Game 5, back at home at Oklahoma City, I have the Thunder. Then Game 6, Tyrese Halliburton finally gets himself a ring and wins the NBA Finals. Just so y'all know, I am not changing anything. I'm going to go and close my phone right there. And yeah. So, that's what I think. I got the Pacers in 6. Here's my thing. I do think the Pacers could easily lose this game for sure. Like, I think Tyrese Halliburton could get smacked this series. However, for some reason, I feel like just if Tyrese Halliburton shows up like crazy, and truthfully, if Pascal Siakam shows up like crazy, like he did in the Eastern Conference Finals, I think the Pacers have got it, truthfully, especially if their bench players, like I talked about a minute ago, show up too. I don't really see the Pacers losing because of the fact that, I mean, it just doesn't seem reasonable, if that makes sense. That's weird. Look at this. They've got Oklahoma. This is according to ESPN Analytics. They've got Oklahoma City winning Game 1, Oklahoma City winning Game 2, Oklahoma City winning Game 3, and then Oklahoma City winning Game 4. Do they win in all of these? They do. Oklahoma City winning game every one of these. That is wild. I don't believe it, truthfully. But once again, I do think that this is going to be a good series. I don't think this is going to be like the Boston Celtics Mavericks series last year. I don't think it's going to be like we get to Game 4, but because the team leading 3-0 wants to win at home, because that's actually what Joe Mazzulla said about a month later after they won the NBA Finals, that they purposely did. They lost Game 4 because they wanted to win in Game 5 at home, which is kind of risky, but truthfully, they were whooping the mess out of the Mavs. I mean, the Mavs had, like, no chance. That was last year, though. I just don't see that happening. I really don't. I see this being a way closer series because, truthfully, once again, like I've already said, this is a pretty evenly matched game all around. It really is. This is a really evenly matched game all around. And so, yeah, I think that'll do it. Okay, so that actually kind of shows us the Pacers have lost twice this year to the Thunder. So that'll do it. Like I've already said, I will be reacting to the college baseball playoffs at some point when they release the actual 16 team schedule next week, I'll be doing that. But until then, it's basically tradition at this point. I don't know how to end this. Oh, by the way, new tradition. I actually get to say it on video this time. New tradition. Leave a comment down below with a suggestion for the next video, and I will record the video suggestion. Then after I record the video suggestion, I will upload the video suggestion, of course, but I will give you a shout out in the process of uploading the video suggestion. Like, I will show your channel name in the video, because I need more video suggestions, and I don't know any other way to get y'all to do it besides giving out free shoutouts. So, I don't know how to end this. It's basically a tradition at this point. Goodbye.